Screen's fucking flipped now. Fucking shit. I couldn't figure out how to flip. Now I got spit on my camera. Just everything I touch turns to shit. Hey guys, what's up? You might think I'm acting right now, or that I'm a really good actor. No. What are y'all staring at? Seriously. Okay. The reason I'm acting so mad, this video is about meth withdrawals. And you might think I'm a really good actor because I just conveyed that. Like some kind of motherfucking Leonardo DiCaprio, goddamn handsome, amazing actor. But no, I'm not. I just have actually gone through meth withdrawal a lot. And I'm going through it still. I haven't done meth in 128 days. Well, maybe I'm not going through it anymore. Maybe I really am just an angry, miserable son of a bitch. Maybe I have a chip on my shoulder. Maybe that's why I like to use meth. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. Utilize those comments. Let me know. And you can't hurt my feelings because trust me, I hate myself more than you could ever hate me. So guys, yeah, this video is about meth withdrawals. I've been off meth for 128 days. I have not been clean for 128 days, but I have been off meth for 128 days. And I'm gonna tell you what to expect, and more importantly, how to cope with this, because the first month is when you're most likely gonna relapse. I feel like once you get out of that first month, then your chances of staying off meth soar. They skyrocket. That first month, man, you're in trouble, and it's going to be very important that you have some tools to be able to get through this, because it is going to be uncomfortable, and not just like, oh, I kind of feel bad today. No, like uncomfortable as in you want to fucking crawl out of your goddamn skin. Uncomfortable as in like you miss your bus and you punch a fucking hole through the wall because how angry you are. And any heroin addicts that watch this video, fuck you guys. And why I say that is because every time I've been to rehab, and all the rehabs I've worked in, you tell them that you're a meth addict, and they're like, "Oh man, that's cool, dude. Like you don't have to go through our withdrawal. You guys have no clue how hard it is to quit drugs." I hate it when they say that shit, cause like yeah, they're right. We don't have the physical withdrawal they have, but we have a fucking mental withdrawal that they can't comprehend. They have no idea what we go through mentally. The fucking torture that we put ourselves mentally by staying up for weeks and weeks, not eating and sleeping, all that. That shit really, really hurts your psyche, man. That really does a number on you. And so, like, whenever drug addicts start comparing how my drug is harder to quit than your drug, I really get upset with that. That shit pisses me off. No one knows what anyone else is going through. Like, yeah, yes, they do have a physical withdrawal that we don't have, but like, no one knows what anyone else is going through, and it is like, what's the point of even doing that? What's the point of even comparing who's got it worse? We all got it pretty bad, man. Being addicted to drugs is just a bad, shitty thing, and we all need to support each other and lift each other up, instead of trying to differentiate each other and say mine is a bigger deal than yours, mine's worse. Look, bro, I mean, alcoholics are the ones people think that's like the easiest thing to quit because it's legal and it's the most socially accepted, and that's the one that kills you if you quit. So like, honestly, alcoholics got it worse than anyone, but no one ever says that. So anyways, first week of quitting meth for me is actually the easiest, but it depends on what kind of meth user you were. I'm a binge meth user. So what that means is whenever I get a bag of dope, I do it until it runs out. And it doesn't matter what the consequences are. It doesn't matter what I have going on in life. If I have to meet up with family or if I have to go to work that day, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be getting high for 4 or 5 days straight until I run out, and then I sleep for a day or two, and then I repeat the cycle. That's the kind of meth user I was. So the first week it's actually pretty easy for me to quit because I'm so hungry. I'm so tired. The last thing I want, dog, please don't fuck my video up. For the love of God, these people need to hear this. Fucking dog barking. The dog's the devil. He doesn't want us to quit meth. That dog wants us on meth. So, anyways, that's the kind of meth user I was. Some people, and I meet a lot of these people. Most meth users I met actually were like this. They would use a little bit of meth every day, and they wouldn't, like, when I do it, I do a lot. So I'm just like, but they just do a little bit, like just enough to wake up, like it's a cup of coffee or something. And they go about their business. They go to work. They go to their functions, whatever they need to do, and then they go to sleep that night and they eat, and then they wake up. They do a little bit of meth and they go about their business. There's a lot like that, and I can't speak on that because I've never been that guy. So if you're that kind of meth user, quitting meth might actually be harder for you because you had less consequences and you're doing less wear and tear on your body. So it actually might be harder for you. But I can't really speak on that because I've just never been that guy. But I can speak on being the guy who does a lot for for 4 or 5 days straight, doesn't eat for 4 or 5 days straight, doesn't drink water, doesn't sleep. And by the end of that fucking fourth or fifth day, my body is hurting. I'm throwing up. I can't even hold food down. And I'm literally nodding out like I'm on fucking goddamn fentanyl or something because of how tired my body is. So the first week for me is actually the easiest to stay off because I've worn and torn my body so hard that I don't want to do anymore. Shut the fuck up. All right, I gotta chill out, guys. I'm really not that angry of a guy. So the first week's easy for me. I just eat and sleep and lay in bed. And why do I lay in bed? Because my motivation is zapped. Uh, if you didn't know, meth releases lots of dopamine. Dopamine is what motivates you in life. So food, sex, money, all those things release dopamine, and our motivate we have motivation to chase those things. But since I've burned out all my dopamine on my meth binge, I no longer have any motivation. So there has actually been times where I was super motherfucking hungry, or I really really needed to do something and I just completely didn't do it because I have no motivation whatsoever that first week on meth. And I need you to realize that this too shall pass. You feel like you have no motivation now. You feel like you have no hope now. You feel like all this stuff. But I'm telling you, the one cool thing about being addicted to meth is all these things pass pretty quickly. After the first week, I want to say that you will start getting your happiness back. You will start getting your motivation back. But you got to get through that first week, brother, and you cannot use. You might think, man, I got to go do this thing today, I need to go to this job interview, whatever, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of dope so I can go do that. But brother, man, I'm telling you right now, there's no such thing as doing a little bit of dope. You're gonna be right back on it again. So absolutely, if you gotta smoke weed or if you gotta drink alcohol to get through that first week, I'll say, that's better than doing meth. But I'm gonna get into why I also don't think those are good things either. Weed also robs you of your motivation. Alcohol also kind of robs you of your motivation. But that is how I got through my first month off meth, man. I'm not gonna lie. And it caused more problems. I mean, I almost lost my family, girlfriend, job, all that shit because how hard I was fucking drinking and smoking weed. Um, but yeah, you're not gonna have any fucking motivation. You're not gonna be, and you're gonna be very angry, man. And I'm talking about that's like a demon's inside of you, man, because like normally I'm a pretty nice, friendly, happy-go-lucky guy. Man, when I came off meth this last time, I was just making noises like what the fuck was that? Holy shit. That didn't come from me. It's like there's like an angry little demon in my body that the meth planted in there. And the longer you stay off meth, the more it kills that demon and you come back to yourself. And that's more of a reason why not to do meth, because it takes your personality, your soul, the person you are. You just become this animal instinctual. You just run off instincts, man. It's just like fucking and fighting and I'm a caveman. You know, it's just like god damn, you lose your soul, man. Um, but remember, it'll come back, and that's the reason why we don't want to do this drug anymore, man. Because eventually, you lose yourself forever. And I see those homeless guys on the streets that are just like walking with sticks, and they got long beards, and they literally look like cavemen, and they're just like ah. It's like, whoa, dude, they're just like meth demons walking around the streets, man. They're not even humans anymore. So expect to be very, very angry, and expect to not have any motivation. Um, my sexual drive was gone. I everyone uses meth for their different reasons, and everyone tweaks out on different things. Mine, my thing was masturbation and sex. I mean, not sex. Sorry, masturbation and meth. I actually never really had sex on meth. So it was. See, now I'm starting to like go back into my shell and retreat because I don't really like talking about this. I have lots of shame and guilt about the things I did on meth. I liked to masturbate in public. Uh, it's not funny though. I just laughed. It's not funny though. I feel a lot of shame and guilt about it, and that's one thing to expect whenever you quit meth is the amount of shame and guilt, dude. Like, goddamn, bro. The amount of things I fucked off, the amount of things I broke, the amount of relationships I have ruined. I'm 36 years old and I struggle every day, and I shouldn't be struggling like I am, all because of this drug. And I still choose to do this fucking drug. So that's something I actually don't have a lot of advice on, guys. And that's actually just something that's the main thing I'm struggling with right now. So I really hurt three people, three of the most important people in my life. I just broke their hearts over and over. The amount of shame and guilt is like it's like I carry it every day, man. I can just feel it in my heart. I just have so much shame and guilt about the amount of pain I put on these three people. And I don't really know or really have any advice for that, man. I believe I have faith and hope that as long as I keep staying sober, they're going to be able to forgive me. Well, they actually have already forgiven me. I haven't forgiven myself. So that's probably the advice I should tell you guys. You got to forgive yourself, and maybe the shame and guilt will go away. But what does forgiving yourself look like? Okay, Andrew, I forgive myself. Well, I just forgave myself, guys, but I still feel like shit. You know, A has these steps that I think a lot of it's to do is to get rid of the shame and guilt and forgive yourself. I've done the steps. I still feel shame and guilt. Um, I've talked about it with other people. I'm talking about it with you guys right now, but actual real people in real life. I've talked about it with them. I've done everything that oh, this guy doesn't want y'all to hear the message. Get out of here with your crappy music. I've done everything that everyone's told me to do to start feeling better sober, and I don't. And the shame and guilt is just as heavy as ever. And not only that, man, I walk around certain parts of town where I really use a lot of meth, and I just the memories hit me, you know. And I always thought that trigger shit was bullshit. Like, getting triggered by seeing like drug use in a movie or something. Like only pussies get triggered, but like, nah, it's real shit, bro. I walk around certain parts of town and certain memories hit me, and I get overwhelmed with shame and guilt, and I get overwhelmed with the thought that I want to use. A few weeks ago, I was going to my therapist, saw an old meth dealer I used to cop from, and my heart started racing. My palms got sweaty. I felt like I had to take a shit. And man, I was this close to almost using it again, bro. This fucking close. One of the reasons why I didn't is because I have a job that I really love today, and I have a girlfriend I really love today. So my advice to you It's put things in your life that you really love and you're not willing to lose. So if you don't have anything, I guarantee you, I promise you 100%, if you're a meth addict like I'm a meth addict, you're going to use again. So please get some things in your life. If it's playing guitar, if it's painting, if it's some friends, whatever, surround yourself in these things. Dive completely into these things because yeah, if you don't have anything, you're afraid to lose, man. You're gonna get high again. This is the most mentally addictive drug there is. And I was talking about how whenever I saw that guy, I really felt like I had to take a shit. Well, I'll tell you, like the first month of not using meth, I didn't poop that entire month, and all the food that I ate just stayed. Like my body just held on to it. So whenever you're binging on meth and you use meth like I did, like the binging way where you like don't eat for 5 days, your body never knows when it's ever gonna get food again. So whenever you do eat, it holds on to it. Um, so this first month I put on an insane amount of weight, and I didn't poop at all, which is crazy. And all I would do is just eat, and then I started getting really fat, and then that triggers me to want to use meth because I feel like the only way I can really keep weight off is to use meth. But I'm telling you right now, um, after about a month of not doing it, started pooping again, and my metabolism has kind of gone back to normal. I have had to completely stop eating carbs and eating sugars. No more sodas, no more bread, none of that. But after doing that, I'm noticing I'm starting to lose weight again. And I'm also like super active. I mean, I walk like 10 miles a day because I don't have a car. I skateboard every day. So being super active, uh, start running, man. Shit sounds terrible. And after being, after doing meth for a while, when you first start running, it's gonna hurt your heart, bro. Like, first time I ran, I couldn't even make it a block, and my chest was just fucking on fire, and it was just really hurting. But now I'm starting to be able to run more. I'm starting to get a runner's high. I'm starting to feel good. And guys, like in this last 127, 28 days that I haven't done meth, I've built a beautiful life. I have a job that I actually like to go to. Like honestly, my days off are kind of suck because I'm not at work. Like I love being at work. I've got some friends in my life, man. I've never had friends before. I've always been the guy that's just by himself, walking around talking to himself or talking to a live stream because I was just a huge fucking loser. Um, I'm about to be moving to a country. I've never even left America before. I'm about to be moving to Europe. Like, I am starting to build this beautiful life, and it's a life I'm not willing to lose because of fucking meth. So, I'm telling you, man, things get a lot better. But yeah, withdrawing from meth, man, I would just suggest that first day when you're withdrawing from it, take a benzo, because you're gonna be very twitchy. Your heart's gonna be racing. You're gonna be feeling a lot of anxiety. So, really just make sure that you maybe take a benzo, um, fucking take some multivitamins and drink water, man. The more water you drink, the better you're gonna feel. And there was a lot of times when I thought I was having a heart attack. There's a lot of times where I was having all these physical problems from meth, and it was all just because I wasn't drinking water. Like 90% of my problems from meth were just from not drinking water. So that first day off meth, just make sure you're really drinking a lot of water because your body's super dehydrated. And what else should you expect? Well, dude, I mean, meth has the most mental hold out of any drug. It releases more dopamine than any drug. So that's also why you get mad at the heroin addicts that compare their struggle to our struggle. Because like dopamine releases is way more dopamine than heroin does. It gets you way more fucked up than heroin. So we have like this mental craving. So just really expect to be thinking about it a lot, man. But remember, to not glamorize it. Don't fantasize about it. Because my mind has a tendency to only think about the good things that Meth did. Like, oh, that one time, uh, I was in that hotel room looking at porn all night and how amazing that was. But, like, bro, I haven't been in a hotel room with Meth in years. That was years ago. My meth use looks like being in an alleyway, you know, trying to find a spot to jack off and I can't, and I'm driving myself crazy. That's what my meth use looks like. It wasn't a glamorous thing, bro. So I gotta remember the reality of meth, man. I gotta remember what it's really like. And it's never pretty, bro. And meth wasn't fun. The last time I did meth, I tried to turn myself into the psych ward, dude. And my mom and dad went to go see my girlfriend, and I had to call them on the phone and tell them what happened, and they were all three of them were crying. Even my dad was crying, man. Like that's what my meth use looks like. So I can't fucking fool myself, bro. Um, Guys, I gotta go catch this bus. It was always my goal with this channel to do daily uploads. I'm never live streaming again. It's not good for me. It's bad for me. It's just terrible. I am not emotionally mature enough to handle live streaming. Let's put it that way. So, my goal is to do daily recovery meth videos. And there was a time when I did that and I got up to like 5,000 subs. So I know I can grow this shit again. But it's going to take daily motherfucking uploads and videos. But I feel like this is my calling in life. I feel like I went through damn near 20 years of meth use so I can stay off it and I can help other people get off it. I feel like that's why I was put here on this earth to do. So that's what the fuck I need to do. But I appreciate everyone. I love everyone. Be safe. If you're tweaking, make sure to drink water. If you're not tweaking, make sure to maybe go to an AA meeting. Do something for your recovery today. Because our addiction is fighting against us every day. If we take a day off, that's going to get us. So it doesn't even have to be an AA meeting, but watch a video about I don't know, cognitive behavior, healthy, tips for a healthy lifestyle, whatever. Just make sure you do something for your recovery today. That's all I got. Thank you guys.